It was supposed to be harmless. We were at my sister's backyard barbecue in Austin, Texas. The air was filled with the smoky scent of grilled burgers, kids running around with sparklers, laughter echoing under the twinkling lights. Mark, my husband of 6 years, was sitting quietly at the table, as he usually did, never the loudest voice in the room, but always steady, always present. Then, during a playful conversation about, "What would you do if someone broke into your house?" I laughed and said without thinking, "Mark? Oh, he'd probably hide behind me. He's too weak to protect anyone." The table erupted in chuckles. But when I looked at him, he wasn't laughing. Chapter 2. The Silence. Mark didn't say a word the rest of the night. He smiled politely when people spoke to him, helped Sarah carry trays inside, even offered to drive my parents home when they left early. But I could feel it, the heaviness in the air between us. When the party was over and the house finally quiet, he sat at the edge of the bed, hands clasped. "Emily," he said softly, "is that really how you see me?" My throat tightened. "Mark, it was a joke. Everyone knew I was kidding." "Everyone but me," he whispered. Chapter 3. The Departure. The next morning, I woke up to find his side of the bed empty. By the time I walked into the kitchen, his suitcase was by the door. "Mark, what are you doing?" I asked, panic rising. He looked at me with tired eyes. "I've tried to be strong for you in every way I know how. But if you can't see it, maybe I failed. Maybe you need someone stronger." And just like that, he left. Chapter 4. The Regret. The silence of the house was unbearable. I replayed the scene at the barbecue over and over in my head. The laughter, my careless words, his face when I said them. Sarah came over that afternoon, finding me curled up on the couch. "Emily," she said gently, "Mark loves you. But he's human. He's not going to keep giving if you don't value what he gives." I buried my face in my hands. I didn't mean it. He's the strongest person I know. But I said it in front of everyone. I humiliated him. Chapter 5. Remembering his strength. Over the next few days, I couldn't escape the memories. The time he worked 2 jobs so we could afford our first apartment. The nights he stayed up with me when I was sick, making soup and holding my hand. The quiet way he always made sure my car had gas before I drove to work. Strength wasn't about muscles. It was about love, sacrifice, loyalty. And Mark had all of it. Chapter 6. The Search. I called. No answer. I texted. Nothing. I even drove to his brother's house. But he wasn't there. Finally, Sarah said, "If you really want to show him you understand, don't just apologize. Prove it." So I wrote him a letter, page after page of the truth I had been too blind to say out loud. That he was my protector, my partner, my safe place. That his quiet strength was what made me feel brave in this world. I slipped it under the door of his office downtown, praying he would read it. Chapter 7. The Return. 3 nights later, there was a knock on the door. When I opened it, Mark stood there, suitcase still in hand. His eyes were tired, but softer. "I read your letter," he said quietly. My throat tightened. "And?" He stepped closer. "And I need to know if you meant it. If you really see me now." I didn't hesitate. I wrapped my arms around him, tears streaming down my face. "Yes, Mark. I see you. I'm sorry it took me so long to say it." Epilogue. Stronger together. Mark didn't come back right away. It took time. Trust doesn't rebuild overnight. But little by little, we found our way again. I learned to choose my words more carefully, to honor him not just in private but in front of others. And I never forgot the night I almost lost him. Not because he was weak, but because I failed to see his strength. Now, when people ask me who protects me, I smile and say, "My husband." In every way that matters.